guys, it's Chessa with Checker. Welcome to our bi-weekly What's New Live. Quilt shops from all over the world depend on Checker for the newest fabrics and notions. So you can find us here every other Wednesday. If you're already watching this video, I assume you follow us on Facebook, but if not, be sure to hit the like button. And you can even turn on notifications to receive a reminder when we go live. It's always fun to see where you're watching from, so make sure to leave a comment with your shop name and location. If you are new to our episodes, welcome. Here are some other great ways to keep up to date with what is new in the industry. We add new products every day to our website. They are easy to find. Just select the category and use the drop down to filter newest to oldest. This is a quick way to make sure your shop has the newest quilting and sewing products. Do you know what else you can do? Join our private Facebook group, subscribe to our YouTube channel and our newsletter, and watch your inbox. They're all great ways to stay up to date. You likely noticed in our email reminder that we are going to show new fabrics today along with our usual notions and books and patterns. At the end, our sales manager Byron will be joining me to show the latest fabric releases. So grab your popcorn and get comfy because it's going to be a little bit longer than usual this time. But remember, the video stays on Facebook so you can continue watching later or stop back to take a second look at a time convenient for you. And to make ordering easy, we put a link in the description to all the items that I am going to show today. If you have a question or would like to take a second look, make sure you pop it in the comments and I will answer it at the end. If you're a fan of Creative Grid rulers, there is a super important reason to watch till the end today. You won't want to miss it. Let's give some shout outs. Hello to Barb's Custom Quilts in Canada. Hello Michelle from Threading Needles in Virginia. Hello to Renee from Rochester Textile in New York. Thanks for tuning in. Hello Terry from So Sweet, Colorado, and Sharon from Pennsylvania. I'm going to jump in with some books. You guys know they're my favorite. From Design Originals is A Strong, Brilliant, Beautiful. This coloring book for adults is filled with 32 designs of encouraging and inspirational sentiments, with tips on coloring techniques and a gallery of completed examples. Strong, Brilliant, Beautiful is an impactful coloring experience that will build confidence, pride, and compassion. From Stash is Just One Charm Pack Quilts. Who can't resist a perfectly coordinated and fun-filled fabric charm pack? Now make the most of your growing collection with projects designed with the charm pack lover in mind. Sew colorful and bright quilt projects, each using one charm pack, some extra fabric, and a background fabric. All 18 projects come in 2 colorway options with easy to follow instructions and illustrations. Also from Stash, the Embellished Art Embroidery Project Planner. This delightful planner is designed so that you can track multiple projects throughout the year. Because, let's face it, who doesn't have lots of projects going on at once? Set your project goals, track your progress, and manage your time. Each project has 4 pages to record all the critical details. Plus, if you flip to the back, there is a reference section for even more handy tools. Discover a fresh, new woodcraft that consists of cutting and piecing together wooden quilt blocks to make elaborate yet accessible wall hangings, decor, and more. Wood Mosaic Projects from Fox Chapel covers the basics for reinventing traditional quilt designs from wood. Oh, I love this one. There are tips on selecting patterns, cutting pieces to fit snugly, adding color, and putting it all together. This exciting new hobby is intriguing, original, and sustainable. From the Essential Color Wheel Company, Companion by Joan Wolfram and C&T, comes the perfectly travel-sized mini color wheel. Create color combinations on the go with this easy reference tool. With 12 colors and 5 essential color plans, selecting a color has never been easier. The flip side shows a range of each color's tints, tones, and shades. In the 12th installment by Carol Dean Jones and C&T, excitement grows as the Tuesday night quilters plan an antique quilt show. But things go terribly wrong in this Frayed Edges book. Check out all 12 on checkerdisc.com. The field bag was originally designed and sold by Fringe Supply Company and is now available to home sewers as a sewing pattern from Grain Line Studio. The field bag is ideal for organizing knitting, sewing, embroidery, or other work in progresses. It features a roomy main compartment with interior pockets. Some even have grommets so that you can manage multiple strands of yarn. And it's got this nice little handy wrist strap. And as you see, you've got color options. The next one is from Rachel's of Greenfield. This is the Gnomes Quilt Kit. Gnomes are red, green, and tan wool felt colors on a background of snowflake gray. The border is festive holly with black binding, and from the glistening white faux fur beards and the wooden noses to the bright red bell, a gold star, and fuzzy tassel of the hats, this kit is very unique. Next are Four Beauties from Gateway Quilts by Toby Lashiko, author, pattern maker, award-winning quilter, and teacher. Moon Over New York and Phoenix Rising are paper piece quilts for those wanting a challenge. Freezer paper for paper piecing instructions and images for templates to make your own are also included. Eden is a great quilt to feature a large print and border stripe. Two blocks create a cohesive design. The piece Lemoyne Star can be made with templates or a rotary cutter. Lords and Ladies is a simple quilt made with courthouse steps and hourglass blocks, and it finishes at 63 by 83 inches. The block sizes are 10 inches. Eclipse by Toby Lishko can be used as a large table or bed runner, and it's a good 2-color quilt. We have two from Quiltachusetts. Busby Berkeley Popsicles is a fun, sweet, modern 60 by 70 inch quilt. The design features popsicles arranged into a overhead Busby Berkeley choreographed pattern. This 16-page advanced quilt pattern includes easy to follow instructions, full color diagrams, a coloring page, and full-size templates. Clam Bake is an intermediate modern quilt from Quiltachusetts. This quilt combines both curve and stripes for a laid-back summer look. It is a perfect throw or lap quilt. Let's give some more shout outs. Hello Odrin from Quilt in Sant in Norway. Hello to Karen from Sew in Love in Vermont. Thanks for tuning in. Hello Donna from Donna's Creations in Missouri. Hello Patty from Park Bench Quilt Shop in Michigan. Hello Tammy from the Quilt Kitchen in Ontario. Hello Robin from Robin the Quilted Nest in New Jersey. I feel like a lot of you guys are here to see that new Creative Grids ruler, but we're not there just yet, so hang on. I'm going to talk about some patterns from Poorhouse Quilt Design. It is a Scandinavian-inspired Pine Ridge tabletopper set. It features simple freezer paper piecing as a quick technique for precise designs. The table runners finish at 14 by 37 inches, but the set of 4 table or placemats are 12.5 by 18.5. The blocks in this tiles design from Ladybug Designs are put together with tonal stripes on the top and right side of every patch. The quilt is then assembled in asymmetrical sections. The final step is to add a full-length border to only the left side and the bottom of the quilt. But I wasn't even holding up the right one. That was for this one. That was for tiles. So let's move on to flower boxes. These start with a panel and a series of borders to create the effect of boxes. The dark against the light causes the boxes to appear to float on the background. Now here's the real info on this pattern. It's called Exotic Windows from Ladybug Designs. It features a fussy cut panel and some other coordinates to make the windows. The sills and the jambs are done with half square triangle blocks to avoid miters or Y-seams. We also have 3 great new patterns from Fig Tree Quilts. If you're a berry fan, then this is for you. This pattern is the perfect excuse to play with your favorite summer feeling charm pack. Simple construction and fun optional, I like that word, optional prairie points finish off the charming seasonal runner. Annie's wreath was inspired by a vintage beauty. The challenge is to get the block to feel like a circle, but it's actually easily pieced with basic piecing techniques. Seasonal Patchwork from Fig Tree Quilts is a collection that you could use for any project, any seasonal project. Choose your favorite season or make all 3 and interchange them in your decor. They are the perfect throw size. By the way, let us know how we're doing. Are you enjoying our surprise fabric guest appearance? I can tell you he's very excited sitting over there. He is just ready to go. And how about the beautiful quilts we feature almost every episode? Leave a comment because we would love to hear your thoughts. Hello to Pat on the Back in Arizona. Hello Tiffany from Quilter's Corner in Virginia. Hello, Carmen from Carmen's Machine Quilting in Missouri. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hello to Farmer's Daughters Quilts in Iowa. Let's get back to it. We have a variety of items today from Auntie's 2. Let's start with these covered rectangular crates. So you can make them in 3 sizes. I only have the 2. But when they're not in use, as you can see, I just took one out of it, they nest together. So that's great for saving space, and they're actually really simple because you only need 1 fabric for the outside and 1 for the inside. And I think there's something in this one. Would you look at this cute little guy? It's a lidded pincushion. So this is great for travel, obviously, and it's an easy way to tidy your sewing space. You can see there's an elastic strap on the inside of the top for small scissors or maybe a thimble. And this little guy is 4 inches wide by 3 inches tall. So I'm just gonna put him back in his little safe space. Let's switch to a few bag patterns that are also by Auntie's 2. This one is made from bag stays size B, which are 24 inches. So this is the big Katahdin tote. It is obviously a large top zipper bag that's made with 2.5-inch strips, and it has 4 inside pockets. But it's got one nice giant, actually there's more than 4 pockets. There are 6 pockets. Even better, what a surprise. I mean, you guys can see how big this is. You can put this would make a great beach bag. It's nice and big. This is made from bag stays size E. Size E are 13 inches. So this is the small size zipper top bag, or it could be a lunch bag. It is called City Bag Downtown. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. This one also has 6 pockets, which is a lot considering it's 9 inches tall by 9 inches wide and only 6 inches deep. Let's keep with the storage and organization theme here with the Gypsy Quilter Slap and Wrap Peels. Let me take them out. So you get 12 in this container, and you also get an erasable pen. So you get 4 blue, 4 pink, and 4 purple. So these are great for, you know, keeping your combs of thread tidy so that they don't tangle or, you know, just hang off. Like I have cats, so like when my thread's hanging, that's their favorite toy, so that avoids that. You can use them on a large variety of different size spools. You could use it to wrap up your Applefuse mat. And as if that wasn't great enough, you can wear it as a bracelet, and of course I'm not going to do it right on live because I'm nervous. And with this erasable pen, you can keep measurements, like you can write on it, so if you need to remember something specifically, you don't have to write on your hand or write on a piece of paper because you know that's going to get lost. And then you can just erase it. It's awesome. Because I always get yelled at for writing on my hands. Mom, I know you're watching. Put this back in this cute little container. It's very sturdy, so if you're not using all of them, you can just leave it in here. Put the pen back in there. Do you ever wish you could make your own fabrics that are water and stain resistant? Check out Heat and Bond Liquid Vinyl. So the liquid vinyl, it's really easy to use. I just did it yesterday to make a sample for you guys. So you just brush it on a thin layer. You let it dry, and then you iron it to create a smooth, protective finish. And as you can see, it gives a much more body than a piece of fabric that hasn't been. And I like the little shine it gives to it because I like shiny things. And you can create different effects, including a semi-gloss oil look by applying multiple layers of the liquid vinyl. Oh, and a great tool to use with your liquid vinyl is, so I put my Applefuse mat down because nothing sticks. And then because you don't want to iron directly on the glue because it's going to gum up your iron, I then put the paper, I put my fabric on the Applefuse mat, and then I put my Gypsy Quilter no stick applique sheet on top of it so that we don't have to worry about gumming up the bottom of your iron. Just a little tip there. Put my band back on it. Keep it all organized. See, and even if like this is wrapped really bad, it doesn't go all the way around, it still holds it together. So again, a large variety of things you can wrap with those slap and wrap heels. Let's move on to this new quick cut thread cutter from Clover. Hold up a little bit higher so you guys get a better idea of what it looks like. So this obviously allows you to easily separate your chain pieces. See how easy? And the really neat thing about this is that the blade turns in 12 positions, so that if you start thinking it's getting a little dull and it's not cutting well, you simply turn it and it turns just a little bit, so you're getting a lot of use out of this little blade. And a product that everyone loves from Clover are their Wonder Clips. So they are now available in a variety pack. So you get 6 of the jumbo, 10 of the classic, and 10 of the mini. And since their introduction, which was primarily for seam binding on quilts, Wonder Clips have been adopted by crafters, scrapbookers, beaders, card makers, and every craft where a third hand is needed to hold something down, together, or in place. Plus, they make just a great gift for any crafter or home sewer. Move these out of the way. Make some room. I have some samples of the latest cut loose press patterns by Lisa DeBoard. And you're probably going to recognize the style from all of her Cabin Cutie patterns that she has with cut loose press. But let's start with her newest one, which is American Sweetheart. Now I'm going to hold it upside down. So this one combines traditional log cabins with courthouse step blocks that are made with none other than the Creative Grids Log Cabin Trim Tool for 4-inch finished blocks. It's a 40-inch square quilt, and this is just like the perfect centerpiece for all of your patriotic holidays. But simply, I say it all the time, if you simply change the colors, you could do wonders. It could be a baby quilt, it could be, you know, if you make it pink, it can be for Valentine's Day. You've got all sorts of options. Her next one I'm going to show you is called One Single Lady. So I'm quite short and this is quite long, so bear with me. So this one combines courthouse steps log cabin blocks made with, again, a Creative Grids log cabin trim tool that is for 4-inch finished blocks. You can make the petals in any color you want so that it could reflect, you know, your favorite color. Hopefully you could see all of that one well. Again, all of these items are on our website, and the link that's in the description of this video takes you to everything that I'm showing today, just the items today, so you're not going to be overwhelmed with a bunch of, I mean, we have tons of products. Next up, easier one for me to hold, is petal pushers, sorry. So this was a modern twist on the traditional grandmother's flower garden pattern. It is created using 4-inch finished hexes, which the Creative Grids hexagon trim tool will give you. You can choose to piece it by machine or by hand. No matter what you pick, it's just going to be spectacular. And lastly is Peabody. So again, this is another large one, so you're going to have to bear with me. This one, like I said, this is all patterns from Lisa DeBoard, which are from Cut Loose Press. This one combines courthouse steps and log cabin blocks using the Creative Grids log cabin trim tool for 4-inch finished blocks, as well as the curvy log cabin trim tool for 4-inch blocks to make this whimsical peacock. And Peabody here joins some other patterns in her series, which includes Noggin, Waddles, Oliver, Norbert, and Hootie. And you can see them all on checkerdist.com. All right, I know you guys are ready for the big reveal, but I'm gonna take a little breather. First, I want to remind you that you need to get your questions in so that we can answer them while we're live. And that, like I just said, all the items being shown today are in the link that's in the description of this video. All right, I know you guys are ready. So let's check it out. What could it be? What could it be? It's like Christmas on my birthday. It's an extra large folded corner clipper by Creative Grids and Susan Nelson. Let's talk about some of the features. Being that it's twice the size of the original Creative Grids folded corner clipper, it spans the diagonal of a 10-inch block and cuts wide mitered borders. There's no need to draw pencil lines when prepping your favorite blocks such as snowballs, flying geese, diamonds in a square, and cornered rectangles. Since you have to trim the corner anyway, why not trim it first and use the raw edge as your seam guide? And since your corner was trimmed with a straight edge, your bonus triangle is ready to sew into a half-square triangle block. The 45-degree angle on the new extra large folded corner clipper can be used to create binding or mitered corners. You can use the additional printed angle to square up and trim the corners from any piece to block. Adding triangles to the corners of a pieced log cabin block, for instance, is now easy and accurate. And the ruler slides over the fabric until pressure is applied, and then my whole table shakes, but that's on me. Then our exclusive grip is going to hold the fabric in place while cutting, eliminating slipping and miscuts. If you're a visual learner like myself, there are videos on every ruler that can be found on YouTube, checkerdist.com, or on Creative Grids USA. Susan Nelson has 3 new patterns for her new Creative Grids ruler with Cut Loose Press, so let's take a look at those. First up is Reflections. You can make a runner, and there are coordinating placemats. So Reflections only takes about 12 dark and 12 light 10-inch squares or you could do a yard of fabric if you prefer the same background. That's all you need to make this stunning set. Like I said, it's 4 placemats and a table runner. And the table runner is created with large half square triangles that are made with those 10-inch squares. The cutaway triangles are then pieced in the same way to create the smaller design in the placemats. Susan has put a modern spin on the traditional barn raising log cabin quilt with barn raising light from Cutler's Press. So that is the one that's behind me here. You combine just two different blocks created with the Creative Grids folded corner clipper, extra large, and it turns into a 48 block quilt that can be pieced in an afternoon. There's no borders or sashing, which means that it is also a great choice for a scrap quilt. The bauble chain quilt is a very modern look. There's just 15 piece units to make up the off-center design. This quilt goes together very quickly. Strip piece units are cut with the Creative Grids extra large folded corner clipper, and the background is the perfect place to showcase stunning machine quilting designs. So another great feature about this extra large folded corner clipper from Creative Grids and Susan Nelson is that since it is larger than the original, it can be used on any pattern that featured this original size. That means that Susan's 4 original patterns with Cutler's Press can also be created with the new extra large version. So let's just do a little recap on those. First is what would make a super cute baby quilt is called Easy Street Crib Quilt. So this one uses 18 10-inch squares and then your choice of a background fabric. The Easy Street Table Runner, which is just, a table runner version of the same design, is created with 10-inch squares as well. And as you can see, the squares are placed over the corners of the rectangles to create the individual blocks. Next up is lanterns. So this one is 16 by 44 inches. And it's going to add a great splash of color to any table. And if you notice, those trimmed triangles are then incorporated into the border. So that's, no waste. And we love not wasting our fabric because we love our fabric. And lastly, but not least, is Hexie Imposter. So you can make this as a small little runner, or there's also instructions included to make it a actual larger quilt size. And this one, the angles are cut with the folded corner clipper, but as I said before, you could also use the extra large folded corner clipper, which blunts the tips to ensure that accurate piecing. And since it's pieced in rows, there are no inset seams and it just goes together like a charm. So, what do you think about the new extra large Creative Grids folded corner clipper, which was designed by Susan Nelson? And what do you think about all the companions? I'm sure there will be more to come, because it's a great ruler. So let's go ahead and get some questions going because it looks like we have some.
Barb asks, is the third size of the bench you showed larger, smaller, or in between?
So I only have the 2. I didn't check the dimensions that were listed on the pattern. If I had to guess, I think I'm missing the smallest size. I think this is the largest and this is the middle. But if you go on our website and you look at this pattern, I'm pretty sure it's going to list out the sizes for you. Sorry about that.
Terry asks, can you wash and dry the liquid vinyl?
Ooh, that's a good question. Yes, it says actually it's fully cured after 24 hours, and that means it is machine washable, but in cold water. Make sure you use cold water and promptly remove it once it's done, and they would like you to lay it flat to dry. Don't put it in the dryer. And you can, get the wrinkles out if you have some, just doing a light run over with your iron on a nice light heat. That was a really good question. I actually needed to know that because I'm gonna make a bunch of stuff with this. Because everybody will tell you, I'm messy, I need the stain resistant stuff. So, I think you're out of questions for me. So, now that you're all excited about this new tool, let's get excited about some new fabric with our sales manager, Byron. We hope you can stay on for like another 20 minutes so that you can see the fabrics. But as always, if you need to go, that's fine. The video stays on Facebook, so you can watch it whenever it's convenient for you, or come back later, or you can just jump in and out depending on what you got going on. So now it's all Byron. Good luck.
Don't go anywhere.
What do you need me for?
When Chessa asked me to do another video, what came to mind for me was when I go into stores, I
You
get,
need to face it towards you.
see, that's why I said don't go anywhere. I get asked a lot, are there smaller bolts in 15 yards? Because obviously stores were limited in space, and you want to get as much in that space as you possibly can. Well, one thing that Anthology does is their Quilt Essentials designs. These are batiks, and as you all know, batiks, once they run them, they're done. Well, this is actually a year-long program they've done. This is the 5th time they've done this. Closer? That way, okay. And what they do is they do it from April to April. This typically would have delivered in July, but obviously with everything going on, with everything being delayed, no matter what industry it is, this is actually going to deliver in September. But what I like about this is 6-yard bolts. It's not your typical 15. So you can get a lot more colors on your shelves, and you'll turn them much faster. So you basically are getting almost 3 bolts to 1 when they're 6 yards versus the 15. Do I need to slide?
Yes.
Which way am I going?
Slide to each end.
So
Slowly
is that
slide
the
it.
center? Because I can't see it.
Yeah, now slowly slide
Okay.
to the other side.
So again, 6-yard bolts. These are delivering in September. But it's a nice way to get a lot more colorways on your shelf and give your customers more options. Okay, and then with this, now that was the Quilt Essentials. Anthology also has their Lava Solids and tonal packs. These are your fat quarters.
Bring it down.
Then you also have your jelly rolls. Okay, and then with this too, now when I showed this to Chessa yesterday, she asked me why I don't iron my fabric. Well, I told her I don't iron my shirts. Why am I going to iron my fabric? I'm not going to do either one. These are 10-yard bolts. So you had, again, the Quilt Essentials were in 6. These are 10s. And then they're also, these are not batiks, but just matching stripes that go with it. But you can see here. Again, 10 yards. And we have these all the time. The Quilt Essentials run, again, April to April. And then I'll come out with a new line. And then with this too, from Anthology, are the Lava Solids. Now she said yesterday this looked like it got water all over it. Well, I did tell her there were watercolors, but she said it doesn't work that way. So here, again, these are their basics. This is Lava Solids. There's 333 of these.
Look at all those wrinkles.
And again, these are 10 yards. So another way to go, if you didn't really want to do 15 yards in the batiks. Thank you. Okay, on to Clothworks. This is by Laurel Birch. This is Fiesta horses. This is delivering in December. So where are we at here?
Now you're at this white one.
This one? Okay, so we started here.
Yep.
Then I'll move it across. Will this show long way or not? Got that? Here's our basics to go with it. And then I'm gonna leave this colorway up here. See if it'll show, and then we'll do this here too. Is that coming out or is it blotched? And then here are some projects with this line.
We do have a question, Byron.
Okay.
Nancy wants to know how they get a fabric card from the Anthology Fabrics.
What do you mean by a fabric card? You looking for a basics card?
We will have to wait for her to answer.
Okay. Our website will show you what cards are available. Like if you're looking for vendor ABC, and if you put in there fabric card, it should show it what's available. But I'll find out.
Sounds good.
And she's asking about the freight. Well,
Jennifer is asking about the freight.
okay, it depends on where you're at, how much you buy. So the freight I don't know. But if you send me your account number, Jennifer, I can try to figure something out if you're interested in how many bolts you want, and I can do an estimate of what it would cost to ship to you. Does that work?
Yeah.
And then here's the other colorway of this too. So we had it in blue.
Bluey
I
purple.
think it was a purple orange was in there, and then here's brown. Okay, here's Midnight Flora. This is delivering in November, also Clothworks. And here are their pre-cuts. So you have fat quarters, fat eighths, the rolls, 5s and 10s for this line. Sometimes they do the pre-cuts, sometimes they don't. It depends. Each vendor does them. They don't always do them on every single line either. Actually, I'm gonna try to leave this here. And there's that colorway. And then here are the projects. Where am I looking? Is it
That's the beginning.
Is it a work?
No, come over here.
that way?
Team effort.
Always.
Cheryl Bailey says hello.
Hi, Cheryl. Here is Crocodile Smiles. This is delivered in November. Again, fat quarters, fat eighths, rolls, 5s and 10s is available in this. And then here let's get rid of this totally. Thank you. And here's your projects.
down. There you go.
Okay, thank you. Here's seasons. This is delivering in November. And again, all the pre-cuts. And then here's our basics to go with that. And the project sheets. Okay, this kind of got out of sort. That's my fault. I'm going to jump back to Anthology real quick. We talked about the 6-yard bolts and then 10s. Well, they also do have 15 yards. This is collection Pura Vida. There's actually 3 cards on this one. This is going to deliver in the end of November. And I don't know if this is all going to show on one screen or if I got to flip or move it over. You tell me.
You're gonna have to slide it.
Okay, so we'll start here. And I'll just flip through a couple of them.
And which one is that?
It's called Pura Vida by Anthology. It delivers in November. Batiks again. You get the gist of that one. Here it is in blue and green, a little purple. Okay, thank you. And here's some grays, blacks. But you see every design's a little different. They're not doing same colorways, I'm sorry, same design in different colors. You're not seeing this in the red or the purple or the blue that was up here. They're all different shapes. Well, now that I say that, here's one of the same. So scratch that. Okay, thank you. Here's Flowers of Fall. This is also delivering in November. And then here are their basics to go with it, these little up at the top. That was part of that Be Colorful that we showed earlier.
Can't see those basics. Gotta come down some.
This was part of the Be Colorful that we showed earlier. Can you grab me that card real quick? Sorry, I shouldn't stand up here. But you see how when they come out with their collection, it's tying with their basics that they have. So that's what they're doing. Okay, thank you. So you can see some of the patterns here for this one. Again, it's delivering in November. That's a good leaf. Okay, thank you. And then last one for them is Frostings. Again, this is delivering in November. The basics they have here is the Lava Solids. That was the one we had 333 of. Sorry, that's what we had 333 of their Lava Solids. That was the 10 yards. So these will be 15, these will be 10s. Thank you. Okay, on to Benertex. This is quite large. This is Buzzworthy. That's going to deliver in October, and I'll do my best to show you this if we can get it all out here. So you can see the little bees here. It has some metallic in it. Here's the honeycombs. And here's black and white honeycomb. And then we'll go through each one of these because there's quite a lot here to see, to make sure you pick it all up. And there's actually, the bees are in here. This is the white and gold, and this is black and gold. Bees in the center of the flowers there. And then here's beehive and the honeycomb. Here's the panel.
You might just want to hold that up.
Think I hold it up that way? Okay. Does it work if I do that or no?
Yeah, just step to your right a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Okay. And then to continue on with that, here's multi-honeycomb, yellow and gold bees, and yellow and gold honeycomb here. And then now you're gonna have, we had the black background, now we have the white background. And some yellow.
Again to your right. There you go.
Okay. Okay, so next one, still Benartex. This is called Rebirth. This is delivering in September. I guess I'll have to do this halfway. So here's your coordinates at top, and here's your patterns here. This one we did, correct?
Yes.
Okay, last one. This is Jim Shore. It's delivering in November. This is called Shore Lights. So your 3 coordinates here. And then all your lighthouses. There's your border stripe. And then 2 more coordinates. I think this might open up. Yep.
Oh, you gotta hold that up 'cause now it's sideways.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, yeah. Just want to get through these coordinates, and then we'll show you the panel. Does it all show? Close enough?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's all we have for this one. Thank you.
Oh, he's taking my line. That's all we have for today.
Sorry.
If your question did not get answered, but I think we did really good, but if we did miss your question, make sure you check back because we are going to periodically check the video to make sure we haven't missed anything. Also, you can ask questions at a later time. If you're watching this later, we will always monitor this video. Again, there is a link in the description to all of the items shown today, and they're all available on checkerdisc.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday, July 14th. Have a safe 4th of July.